Alright, good day guys. Welcome to our class, boys and girls. Today we are doing Unit 7 in our school subject readings, 3 books. And Unit 7 is called The Dead Sea. Okay? So let's have a look and think about what this means. What does the Dead Sea mean? Okay? So I'm erasing this and I want you to think about what this could mean. The Dead Sea. Alright, so as you can see, this is the sea over here, the water. So it's a small body of water, not small, but it's smaller than the ocean, okay? So yeah, we're talking about the water and the sea and the beach and those kinds of things. Alright, so let me write down over here. Let me just write down over here some of the things that we can do. So let's talk about going to the beach. All right, what kind of weather is good for going to the beach? Of course, you need hot or sunny weather. What do I need when I go to the beach? Well, it depends on what I want to do. I can play and I can also swim at the beach. So I would need a swimsuit. I would also need maybe a ball that I want to play with. If it's hot and sunny, I need a hat. Okay, I need maybe some sunscreen. Okay, sunblock so my skin does not burn. Okay, so those are some things that we can do, at the beach. So I can play, I swim, and I need to bring these different things with me. Now, our lesson today is called the Dead Sea. So why is it dead? The word dead means that it is not alive. Alright, it means not alive. So, alright, if something dies, it is dead. So they are saying that this sea is dead, but they are not saying that the waves don't move. No. They are saying it's a dead sea because there are no animals or no sea creatures that live in this area of the water. Okay? So the Dead Sea has no sea animals. Right? No fish and those kinds of things. And you would probably wonder, a sea with no fish? Why? Because this sea has a lot of salt. Okay? So the sea has a lot of salt, more than a normal sea. So it has a lot of salt. And because it has a lot of salt, many animals can't live in that kind of water. Alright? And another thing that is special about the Dead Sea, is that because it has a lot of salt, it's very difficult for things to go down into the water, to go under the water for a long time. The salt makes everything come back up. Okay? So yeah, that's the story, or that's a little bit about the Dead Sea. Now, before we read a little bit more about this, I would like us to look at the vocabulary words first. Okay, so let's bring up the notepad, please. Alright, boys and girls. So the first word over here is special. Alright? Special. Next word is, let me see, sinks. And we have floats. Okay, then we have lowest. And finally, we have the word shores. Okay, let's practice these sounds, boys and girls. So, special. Special. Can you say it? Special. Special. Then we have inks, sinks. Can you try? Inks, sinks. Next we have oat, float. Can you try? Oat, float. And last two we have lowest, lowest, lowest. Can you try? Lowest, lowest. And shores, shores. So shores, shores. Okay. Now, what do these words mean? Let's have a look. Special. This means that something is it's not normal. Okay? Special normally means that it is better than normal. Better than normal, or it means that it is different. Different from a normal sea, okay? Or different from normal things. So it's very special. Sinks. These are things, or not things actually, it means when something goes under the water. When something goes under the water, it sinks down, okay? So if I have water over here, okay, and I'm over here on my box, okay, and I am happy with my arms up, my legs up, I throw something into the water. I throw my book into the water. The book will go down and down and down, and it will sink. It will go underneath the water. So that is sink. Can you think of anything else that will sink into the water? All right. What about a ship? A ship will sink. So a ship will sink into the water if it is broken, right? Or a car will sink into the water, or a cell phone. All right, so you're talking on the phone and you don't like something, you throw your phone into the water, it's going to sink. So it's a bad idea to throw things into water, okay? Then we have the word float, okay? Now float is the opposite of sink. So float means when things are on top of the water, okay? So here I have my water over here, but the difference is everything that I throw into the water is going to stay on top. It won't go down, okay? So, for example, I have a ball. Because the ball has air, all right, has air inside, it won't go down. It will just stay up. So, a ball, okay? Other things that will float in the water, paper, all right? Sometimes paper also on top of the water. Paper, oil doesn't go down into water, so oil and those kind of things. Okay, so there are a few things. Can you think of anything that will stay on top of the water? Okay, plastic, all right, like a bottle, a plastic bottle, right? Coca-Cola bottle will not go under the water, it will stay afloat. All right, guys, next word is lowest, okay? EST word over here, guys. So lowest, it means the most low, okay? So low that would be down. So, for example, this is high up, and we also say low down, right? So it's low down. My head is high up, and my feet are low. So they are the lowest part of my body, my feet. All right? The highest part of my body, my head. Or if I put my arms up, my hands are the highest part. Okay? So lowest. Then we have the word shores, okay? Yes. So shores, this is at the beach. All right? So this is the part where the sand on the beach, the sand on the beach is called the shore, okay? So the water will go onto the shore. So water and sand. All right, so sand or the shores, they are dry, okay? All right, so we have, let's say we have water over here. All right, and the water gets smaller and smaller and smaller, and that's because of the sand. All right, so the sand, which is the shore. All right, so, those are the vocabulary words that we have for Unit 7, boys and girls. Okay, now, if you want, you guys can write this down on your page, okay? But please use the words that I wrote down here to answer the questions in your book for page 34, okay? So please answer 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 in your books. And then we are going to go ahead and we are going to read the story, okay? So let's talk about this quickly. All right, can we please move on? Thank you. All right, can we please zoom into that part? All right, boys and girls. Now, I hope you finished 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's go ahead and we'll read the story over here. So please read after me. So I will read each sentence twice, 2 times. All right, so the Dead Sea is not a sea. So let's read. The Dead Sea is not a sea. It is actually a big lake. So it is actually a big lake. It is a very special lake. It is a very special lake. No one sinks into the water in this lake. So, no one sinks into the water in this lake. The Dead Sea is between the countries of Israel and Jordan. Right? Let's read that again. The Dead Sea is between the countries of Israel and Jordan. Nothing lives in it because the water is so salty. Right? Nothing lives in it because the water is so salty. The salt makes the water hold people up. So, the salt makes the water hold people up. You can lie down on the Dead Sea and float. So, you can lie down on the Dead Sea and float. you never sink into the water. So you never sink into the water. The Dead Sea is the lowest lake in the world. Right? The Dead Sea is the lowest lake in the world. It is about 415 meters below sea level. So let's read it again. It is about 415 meters below sea level. Its shores are also the lowest dry land in the world. So its shores are also the lowest dry land in the world. Okay? Can we please go to the next page? Okay. Furthermore, people go to the Dead Sea to improve their health. Okay? Let's read it one more time. Furthermore, people go to the Dead Sea to improve their health. The salt and mud from the Dead Sea are good for your skin. Okay? The salt and mud from the Dead Sea are good for your skin. Okay? So that is the reading and the story about the Dead Sea, boys and girls. Now, what we're going to do next is I'm going to go through the story with you one more time. And I am going to try to explain these sentences a little bit more to you. Okay? So let's go ahead and can we just zoom out a little bit, please? So let's have a look, and I'm going to try my best to make this easier for you, guys. Okay. Maybe just zoom in just a little. Maybe make it like a 90 or something. That'd be great. Yeah, that's cool. That's fine. Thank you very much. All right, boys. Let's have a look at what these are over here. So, the Dead Sea. Remember, no animals. All right, so no animals in the water. Okay? All right. The Dead Sea is not a sea. Okay? It is actually a big lake. All right? So basically the water over here, it's not very, very big. Okay? So it's not as big as the ocean or not as big as the sea, but it's just a big lake. Okay? It is a very special lake, so it is not normal. It's not a normal lake, okay? No one sinks into the water in this lake, so no one can go down. You cannot drown, okay? So drown means that you can't swim and you go under the water, okay? So you cannot drown in this water. Okay, so you won't be able to go down. The Dead Sea is between the countries of Israel and Jordan. Okay, nothing lives in it because the water is so salty. So the word salty means a lot of salt, many or lots of salt. Okay. The salt makes the water hold people up. So all of the salt in the water makes that everything in the water goes up. Okay? You can lie down on the Dead Sea and float. So you are lying down flat on your back, and the water will keep you up because of the salt. So you will float. Alright, so if I'm talking about float, that's the water. Then this over here, that is me. Alright, so me, I'm on top of the water, not under the water. I am on top. Alright, you never sink into the water. The Dead Sea is the lowest lake in the world. Okay, so if we have different areas in the world that are high up and some areas are very low, this is the lowest, one of the lowest areas in the world. Okay, so there are different things over there, and this one is very low. Okay, let me stand on this side. It is about 450 meters below sea level. Alright, so it's, if this is where the sea is, so this is the sea, the Dead Sea is 415 meters going down, okay, and then you find the Dead Sea. So normal sea over here, and then the Dead Sea is very, very low. So the area goes down, and then you have now the Dead Sea. Okay, so that's it over there. Its shores are also the lowest dry land in the world. So the sand in the shores is also around very, very low. Okay, so it goes down. Furthermore, this means extra information. Okay, so extra information. So furthermore, so saying some more, people go to the Dead Sea to improve their health. The word improve means to make better, okay? To make something better. So people go there to make their health better, to improve their health, okay? The salt and mud from the Dead Sea are good for your skin. So salt and mud, it's very good for your skin. So it will make your skin better. It will improve your skin. Alright, so your skin, alright? It will make it softer, it will make it smoother, it will make it nice and clear. Okay? So yeah, that's our story over there about the Dead Sea. And I know it's a little bit difficult, but if you guys practice reading and you use the information, okay, you use the words, then I think that you'll get most of the answers correct. All right? So yeah, what I'm going to do now is I want you to please answer the questions on page 34, 35, 36, and also on page 37. And then I'm going to go through each answer with you guys over here, and we're going to see what the story is all about. Okay, so give me a chance to just erase the board. Please pause the video, write your answers down, and then we can finish our lesson today. Okay. Alright guys, so we're going to have a look. We're going to move on and let's answer the first few questions on page 34. So we look at the bottom of this page over here. All right, so guys, first part is to complete the vocabulary words. Okay, so let's do that quickly. The first one is number 1, and we can see that there is a boat, and this boat is going under the water. So it's not staying on top, it's going down into the water. So the boat sinks. The boat sinks. Then we have the next part over here. So words, let's see, what are our vocabulary words again? So we have sinks, we have special, we have float, we have lowest, and shores. Okay, so this one over here would then be the part where we can see the sand over here. So this is the shore. Okay, this one is very different. Everything is blue and this one is red, so it is different, it is special. All right, so this shelf over here is high, this one's in the middle, and this one is low, it's down, so it is the lowest. Okay, the most low. And the last one is the kid is on top of the water, so he's not going under like the ship, so he floats. He floats on the water. Okay, so I hope you guys got this one right over here. Let's go ahead and we'll look at the next page and answer some of the other questions. Okay, boys and girls. So first, we have the prepositions here. So number 1, it says it. So this it is, we have to find it and then see what it means. There we go. So it's right on top over here. It says, the Dead Sea is not a sea. It is actually a big lake. It is a very special lake. So what is the name of this lake that we are talking about? It's called it is the Dead Sea. Okay? Next one, it's. Okay? So remember, just hold on. This one is it's. It's not it is. Okay? So this belongs. So it's something. It's. So we're talking about its shores. What places shores? Okay? So we'll read. The Dead Sea is the lowest lake in the world. It is about 415 meters below sea level. Its shores. So it's the shores of the Dead Sea. So its shores over there. And last one is there. People go to the Dead Sea to improve, to make better their health. So improve their health. It's the people's health. Okie dokie. All right, guys. Let's do the ABCD at the bottom. All right, can we go down, please? Okay. So we have A over there. They've given us A already. All right, so A is float on the water. All right, so on the water, we float on the water. Now, and then B. B is the shore. All right, so we need to say something about the shore. And something we can do is to swim to the shore. We can swim to the sand, to the shore. So we say, swim to the shore. Okay. C is shelf. Okay, shelf. So in our book we have the shelves over here. So 1, 2, 3, and then we have the lowest shelf. The lowest shelf. So we're going to write the the lowest shelf. Okay? Then we have the word holiday, like a vacation. I want to go on holiday to a different country. Right, so a holiday. We normally say that holidays are very fun, they are very different, they are very